Hey everybody, welcome to another spontaneous toy review here at Toy Wizards. That's toy-wizards.com. I'm your host Scott Zillner, and I have a treat for you today. And that is McFarlane Toys' new Raw10 line. And you're like, what is Raw10? Seriously, he just makes this stuff up. I think a better name would have been like Cyborg Beast Rampage Control. I mean, something that would at least tell you what was going on. Raw10. Hey, that's maybe he's gonna make 10 of them, but what if you could do more than 10? I don't know. But they're cool. They're way cool. They're toys of a bygone era. Bygone era. Yes, bygone era. They are toys meant to be toys, just to look fantastic, a little bit of play value, and they're cheap. I mean, they hit a lot of nails on the head here, and it's something that is made with no backup. There's no marketing plan for a cartoon or a comic book, unless you count the comic books that come with the toys. But like, they're just a toy for toys' sake, and that's rare. That's really rare, but because McFarlane can basically make anything he wants, he made these, he got Walmart to pick up the bill, and you can go over there and buy them today. I've been to several Walmarts today. Every Walmart had at least one Raw10 toy in stock at its store. So let's get right into it and take a look at what you're missing. And first off, I'm going to do Cy-Gor. He's not cooperating. And we're just gonna rip him out of the package. Cy-Gor is a Spawn bad guy from the earliest days of McFarlane's Spawn toys. He even made a couple appearances in the comic book. And at first, everyone's like, well, it's just a giant cyborg King Kong monkey. Mecha Kong, hello? And I didn't think he moved. Does he move? Doesn't look like he moves. Guess what? He moves. Yep. Yep. 5 points of articulation here on this big boy, and he's big enough to fight a Power Ranger. Got those flip helmet Power Rangers? Boom, here's a bad guy. You got your Godzilla vs. Kong toys? Boom, here's a bad guy. You got your Kong toys? Boom, here's a bad guy. You got your Godzilla toys? Boom, here's a bad guy. You got regular Marvel Legend figures? Boom, here's a boss. Bam, done. This stuff is fantastic. The amount of play value for these toys, this is $20 and it is bigger than my head, is palpable. I mean, it really is a fantastic toy of just monkey violence. And it's cheap. 20 bucks. Look at that. That's great. This is fantastic. But you think, well, I've got my cyborg monkey and he's gonna fight all my other guys. What do I do now? Glad you asked, because there's 4 more out of Raw10. 4 more giant cyborg beasts. That's a good one. Giant cyborg beasts. I don't know if that really comes up to be a nice acronym for this, but Raw10 seems to work. Cy-Gor. Fantastic. Go buy one. You won't be disappointed. You will not. I mean, I've got tons of robots and monsters, and this Cy-Gor figure fits right in with everybody. Everybody. It is a fantastic sculpt. It is fantastic amounts of tiny little detail. The paint apps are nice. And the price point. I mean, everything lines up. This is just a home run for toys. The fact we can get something like this off the shelf is amazing for that kind of price. And Walmart is actually carrying these toys. You got your Masters of the Universe figures. Boom, here's a bad guy. I mean, whatever you want to play with, this guy will be there and he will punch them. He will! Let's get on with the rest of these. It did not fall on the ground. All right, next up, we got a snake. Let's get him out of that package. Battlesnake. And I know a lot of you G.I. Joe collectors are like, I wonder if I can use him with my Cobra dudes and my Cobra Commander. And all those questions, yes, and yes, and yes. This is neat. And at first I'm like, okay, well, this is hard plastic and this is rubber plastic, but how do you really fight with Battlesnake? He's a whip. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Fantastic. Jaw moves. So he's got 1 point of articulation and a lot of mobility with the rest of his tail. It's a nice big snake. It fits well with your 6-inch action figures for your Cobra Troopers, your Destro, your Cobra Commander. Just want to have them hanging out by a Cobra throne. You're going to have a cyborg snake there. Boom, it wins. And this is $10. $10. Bam, $10. That's amazing. These are so neat, so good. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Careful, it might really get you. There's like a little like sword bit on the back of his tail that you can whap you with, and you can fight other monsters with this guy. It's great. You're gonna stay there. I'm gonna use him again. I will, absolutely. Let's get on with more, because next we got a big guy, Fren-Z. And at first I'm like, dude, just, big giant shark. How much fun can you have with that? I will show you. This shark moves. Oh, it moves. Holy crap, that just changed everything. It moves. Wow. I'm really happy now. Wow, this is fantastic. So now that this guy moves, and he's got a mouth that moves, he's got 4 points of articulation. 4 points. You can make him swim, and of course, my thought is, well, how many battles are you going to have in water? Well, you don't have to have battles in water. You can have him doing anything. So, he's got cyborg parts. Why can't he fly? Boom. Flying shark. Yes. Air sharks. He's just going to come for you. Sky sharks. There we go. Sky sharks. This thing is fantastic. This is literally one of my most favorite ones. Like, I didn't think I'd be all that keen. I mean, I like sharks and I like robots and I like cyborgs. But then the fact that he swims around and he's got such really unique looking proportions and the look to him, the paint apps, everything's top notch. This is just an awesome thing. And since he flies, you can fly around and Battlesnake whips at him and he just keeps trying to get at him with his tail. Bam, lots of play value. These things are loaded and loaded with play value and fun, and they're cheap. Fren-Z, like Cy-Gor, is $20. Oh, I almost lost my table. There we go. Stay. All right, we got another figure here. Raptar. And looking at Raptar, again, I'm like, man, he's like stuck in that packaging in a weird position. This will be no fun at all. Not at all. That is until I take him out of the package. Now, I've got him in my hands. I realize his tail moves. Both legs move. Arms move. But his head is stuck in that backwards looking position. Oh my God, there's another piece of articulation there on the tail. That tail is just really flexible. I don't like his head backwards. I wish his head moved. Oh, his jaw moves. And his head moves. Oh, this guy has the most articulation of any of the figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points of articulation on this cyborg Raptar. Raptor. And that's great. That is really, really great. Now this guy went from being, really kind of squished into his thing, like, I don't know about that, to suddenly, dude, this guy's got some play potential. Really, really does. You know, him and Battlesnake are battling it out, and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Gotta do the moves. Alright, done with the snake. Or, you know, if he's going up against Fren-Z, and Fren-Z's swimming at him, but he's jumping over him each time, and Fren-Z's trying to bite at him. Dude, these toys are loaded with play. I cannot remember the time I've had this much fun with the play value of a toy. And McFarlane just knocked it out of the park. They're super cheap and they're readily available. None of this running around hoping you find a toy. They're there, they're in stores. You just got to go and grab it off the shelf and be very happy with it, because I know I am. So there we go. That's my review on Raw10 by McFarlane Toys. And all I can tell you is you should go to Walmart and pick these things up. Take them out of the package and you will have fun with them. And each one comes with a tiny little like comic. And I'm like, okay, cool. They have some art here and some story. Like, that's neat. Like, you know, there's a little thing here. Oh, it seems to fold out a little more. Great. That's awesome. What else? Oh, yeah. A poster. Dude, seriously. That's cool. And I want that purple shark now to also have a purple and a blue shark. I want two sharks. I want different colors of the snake. I want different colors of him. We can do some Cy-Gor repaints. This thing is just loaded with potential, and McFarlane Toys just kind of surprised us on this thing. These guys are absolutely fantastic, and if you don't have one in your collection, you are missing out. Missing out right now. You're missing out. So there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy these toys as much as I enjoy them, because they're fantastic. And until we see you again, remember, Toy Wizards. Follow us on social media. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Please do that stuff, and we will keep bringing you this great reviews and other news articles and toy news, because that's what we want to cover for you. So there you go. Got anything to say, Fren-Z? I don't know what Finster's done this time, but I'm gonna beat you. Oh, it's Morphin' time! Oh.